Hey guys, just the Wasteland Girl Detective here with a video on food buffs, XP food buffs specifically, and more specifically, food buffs for XP when you're running the Herbivore serum. So the two things we're going to craft today are cranberry relish, and we're also going to make some brain bombs. Cranberry relish boosts XP, brain bombs boosts intelligent, which in turn boost XP. So for cranberry relish, you're going to need cranberries, sugar, boiled water, gourds, and wood. And for brain bombs, you're going to need brain fungus, dirty sugar bombs, Mothman eggs, purified water, and wood. And it's 2 to 3 of each, so we're just going to gather a bunch. So the first thing we're going to gather is cranberries, and we're going to head to Aaron Holt Farms. This is my favorite go-to place, and I'm just going to cut around the farm here. If it looks familiar, it's where you often end up running leader of the pack, which just popped up. We're not going to do it, but if it's double XP weekend when you're watching this, leader of the pack is a great quick one to get in and get that XP. So in this field here, there are cranberries. Now, I think I picked some earlier today, so not as many are showing as available to harvest, but I am going to throw in my green thumb, enter perception, equip that card. There's a few insects to deal with, mostly blood bugs and bloatflies. But other than that, you should be able to harvest 5 to 6 plants normally, and with green thumb, you're getting double yield, so 10 to 12 cranberries. So I'm just gonna kind of clear some of those guys out so you can see that's what the cranberry bush looks like. Not diseased cranberries, that is different, but cranberries. If you want to grab some more cranberries, you can head on over to Mac's Farm in the cranberry bog. Just be aware that there are lots of mirelurks and a mirelurk queen here. So it's a little bit trickier, and there's not really a great way to grab the cranberries without force spawning the queen. So you'll see her pop up in a minute. She's like right in the middle of it. There she is. So I didn't really come set up to fight with mirelurks. I just wanted to show you guys. So you can kind of try and run in and harvest them at the same time, but with the queen there, it's a bit hard. So I'm just gonna maybe try and deal with her. Yeah, I definitely died a few times. Anyways, you're going to pop into this bog here, and there are several cranberry plants that you can harvest. And with that green thumb, I mean, you come out with a lot. There's a little shack to the right on the screen. There are a few more cranberries inside there, and at some point we're going to pass by a boat, and there's 8 cranberries in there, I think. There's the boat. Oh, there it is. So there's cranberries and firecracker berries in there randomly. So you can hop in there and grab those. That'll give you plenty of cranberries. So the next thing that we're going to look for is we're going to head to Point Pleasant. And we are going to look for 2 ingredients. We're going to get some Mothman eggs for the brain bombs. And we'll also find some sugar for the cranberry relish. I'm just going to run past all these cultists. So there's lots of Mothman eggs here. You can also set up a Mothman nest if you have that resource in your camp. I just find you can collect quite a few here. So I like to run here and do a quick harvest. And since this is a great spawn for sugar anyways, you can cut 2 birds, 1 stone. Sugar is something you can find all over the wasteland. Vendors sell it too. You can find it in kitchens and dining rooms. This is kind of a weird spawn, but there's 5 sugars that spawn here, so that's why I like to stop by. And I would just get into the habit of picking up sugar. Just like if you're running carnivore, you want to grab salt as much as possible for the tasty squirrel stew. And then just pop in here. And I'm just going to switch my weapon so I don't explode everything all over the place, because that just makes it harder to show. Oh, I already have pipe wrench equipped. So in this room there's 5, so I think I have a little visitor I'm just going to deal with. My level 5 pipe wrench. Oh, this is painful. So there are a couple cultists. Usually you don't trigger them by coming in. I'm not really sure. I was jumping all over the place. So there's one there. There's another one on the floor, under the bed, on top of the kind of side table, and then behind the door on a table there's another one. And so that gives you 5. So if you come here every once in a while and collect them, that's great. Or if you pick them up as you find them from vendors or just exploring the wasteland, it's nice to have a store of them because they'll come in handy for cranberry relish. So the next ingredient we're going to look for are gourds. I have some planted in my camp. If you don't have any planted in your camp, we can head over to Raleigh Clay's bunker, if I can find it on the map. And there's some there that you can grab out of a planter, and then you can plant them in your camp. So we're just going to head over to Raleigh Clay's. I have not been here in a while, so you just need to unlock the door with this terminal. We're getting there. Oh, and I just dropped something. And then you can explore this bunker and find lots of stuff. I think there's sugar in here too. There's a fusion core. And then if you come into this little storage room area, pass through and then through this door, then there's gourd planters. Green thumb will not give you double yield from the planters. You're just going to get 1 per. But I think there's 4 planters here, or 4 gourd plants that you can harvest. So that'll give you plenty to get started and just a few roaches. There's carrots, there's brain fungus that I'm going to grab because I'll need that anyways. The nice thing about brain fungus is it grows everywhere. So, and carrots and corn. So it's a place you can come, you can explore. It's not a huge bunker, but there's, some things to see. And then I'm just going to head to my camp. And I have gourds planted here. But for some reason I decided everybody needed to see me plant 1 gourd. When you're recording, you have different thoughts in your head. When you're editing, you have other thoughts in your head. And I can't even seem to find gourds. And it's right there, lady. Right there. No, those are melons. Okay, there we go. So there's a gourd. So you can plant it, but I don't want to wait, so I'm going to go over here. And so you can harvest your gourds, right? And it'll give me 2 with that green thumb. And then if you have a turbot fertilizer in your camp, which is under resources, you can have 1 per camp. After I've picked all of these, I can use my turbot fertilizer, and you throw it like a grenade. Then you can see everything's grown back and I can pick it again. We've got pretty much everything for the cranberry relish except the boiled water. We can head to Flatwoods for sugar bombs. So sugar bombs are one of the last ingredients we need for brain bombs. They need to be the dirty sugar bombs. You can find these at vendors. You can also find these at the top of the Flatwoods Church. 1 to 3 spawn here. Usually I find 3. And again, this is something else that I'd pick up anytime you find them. You can find them at vendors. Sanitron has a chance to collect them, and then you'll have a store for when you need to build them, when you need to craft them. And then I'm just going to make one last stop at Lost Home to harvest a little bit more brain fungus before I head to crafting. Also, don't ask me why, but sometimes I like to travel to the Wayward to do my crafting. There's a creek right there, so I collect some dirty water from the creek because I'm going to need boiled water. And note, you will also need purified water. Cranberry relish takes boiled water. Brain bombs take purified water. So also make sure that you're equipping Super Duper because it will give you that chance to craft extra. So I'm going to throw my Super Duper on, and then I'll sit down at the fire and I will boil that water that I just collected and cook my brain bombs and cranberry relish. So I had quite a bit of each ingredient except the purified water. If you have a purified water machine at your camp, that's an easy way to craft more of it. I just didn't think to grab any. But as you can see, I had lots of the other materials. And then while I'm here, Mega Sloth mushroom soup, I will make another video on herbivore food buffs, different kinds. And I also do want to cover carnivore as well. I'm just quickly making some of the other food buffs that I find useful. And then that Super Duper kicked in, so I got a little bit of extra meal out of it. And then I'm going to pop my brain bombs and pop my cranberry relish. The one thing I really like about these buffs is they last longer than carnivore. So you can see I think it's like an hour out of the cranberry relish and 90 minutes out of the brain bombs. And then I have my herbivore serum active to give me a little bit extra. And then I have my intelligence, you can see, is at 30. And then cranberry relish, and then I'm going to take it, and my intelligence is now at 37. And then I'll be getting that XP boost, which will be great for double XP weekend, but it'll also just be great to earn XP out of double XP weekend. And there you can see me at Marie at the White Springs. So she does have dirty sugar bombs sometimes, as do the other vendors. The last thing I'm going to recommend is that you grab yourself some Live Love 3s, which will increase the effect of fruits and veggies. Looks like this right here. And here you can see a before and after effect on my stats. Hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.